I think the T-shirt says it all. The T-shirt says it all. You're killing me, Smalls. And instead of Smalls, I should say you're killing me, Tyrod or Tayrod or whatever the hell you want to rod yourself. Oh my God. Okay, so the game just ended 21 all, in which the Browns should have won this game, or they should have lost this game when they were down 21-7. The defense started to get a little lackadaisical. They appeared to be the same old Browns, but suddenly a fumble and a return to the 1 yard line gave the Browns new hope. And then a touchdown pass to Josh Gordon, who there's a reason why you gave him 47 chances. He showed that with that touchdown reception. But let's get to the biggest issue that we have. The very reason why, and I do mean the very reason why Tyrod Taylor, I'm going to call him what he said, Tayrod. The very reason why Tyrod Taylor is no longer the Buffalo Bills starting quarterback. Why they got rid of him. We now see it. Buffalo was winning games. They made it to the playoffs in spite of him, not because of him. And you know, Buffalo fans, they tried to tell us, I have to be honest, they tried to warn us exactly what we were in store for when it came to Taylor. But we didn't listen. We said, well, you know, we need a quarterback that doesn't throw a lot of interceptions. We need a quarterback that can run on third down and get first downs. That's what we said. We needed somebody that could steady the offense, supposedly. That's what we said. And then we saw it today with this 21-21 tie game against Pittsburgh, which isn't a win, isn't a loss. And I know they say kissing your sister, but in today's society, some guys and some gals actually look forward to the obligatory family kiss. I do not. At any rate, Taylor sucks. Taylor sucks. Taylor sucks. The Browns did not win that game because of him, although they had the opportunities to win that game. And the Browns definitely did not lose that game because of him, although they could have if not for the defense. Tayrod did not put them in any position to win the game. I know you had the whole field goal situation, but that had nothing to do with Tayrod. That was the defense. And Joe Schobert, great interception. Great interception in return, if only it wasn't blocked. But it doesn't matter about the block in the back. I have two questions. The first question is, why is Zane Gonzalez still the damn kicker on this team after what he did last year? He sucks. I know the kick was blocked, but why is he still there? I had no confidence that he was going to make that kick. Zero confidence. Thank you for proving me right on that one, Zane Gonzalez. Secondly, how long before Baker Mayfield is given the reins to this team? Because in all honesty, I thought I would say around late in the third quarter, that's when you should have gave Baker Mayfield a chance to play. When you were down 21-7 and Tayrod had stalled on 2 drives, that's when you should have put Baker Mayfield in, just to give this offense a spark. Because let's face it, the offense still wasn't sparked. I know they scored the 14 points offensively thanks to the defense putting them in position to do that. But other than that, there was no spark. The offense lacked chemistry. They lacked symmetry. They didn't know if they wanted to be a power running team or throw on second and third down. Run the ball on first, throw on second and third. They didn't know what they want to be. They were all over the map offensively. And David Njoku, oh my God, David Njoku. I can't believe that the Browns actually traded up to get this guy who is super fast but can't catch for crap. I'm trying not to curse. He can't catch. I know he looked good in the preseason, but now that live bullets are shooting, he can't catch. He's like Damon Wayans on I'm Gonna Get You Sucker. Sure, you've been in the war. Yeah, you've been in the war, but what were you in the war? Oh, you were a secretary. Now that live bullets are going off, they shooting, they shooting, they shooting. But make the catch. You had more drops than catches. Are you serious? Tay Rod with bad reads. Tay Rod with a weak arm that can't get the ball down the field. It's wet and rainy. You can throw a heavy football. Well, can you throw a heavy football? Yes, I can. And you're supposed to know. You're 6 years in. You played in Buffalo in the winter outside. You're supposed to know your limitations. If you know you can't throw a freaking 40-yard ball down the field when the ball is wet, you need to let the coaching staff know that. But you're such a passive aggressive idiot that you don't say anything. So therefore, you're underthrowing wide receivers down the sideline to where they have to adjust and make back shoulder falling down catches instead of catching them in stride. That's why you got picked off. That's why balls got slapped away. The Josh Gordon catch was a great catch because it was a horrible pass. Just so y'all know that. And I'm not all for trying to throw the rookies in on day one. But after what I saw out of Tyrod Taylor, Tyrod, whatever, and based on what Baker Mayfield did in the preseason, like I said, you should have threw him in late in the third quarter just to see what the kid could do. The game was over. You could have had the quote unquote over because the defense had pretty much stopped playing. The defense had pretty much kind of laid down at that point. Once they were down 21-7, you could see it. Their tackling got a little sloppy. There was no aggression out of them until the turnover because somebody made a play. But my whole thing is you're down 21-7. The team was feeling kind of down. If you would have put in Baker Mayfield, it would have been perfectly okay to put him in and not start him the next week because you could have said, well, he's just in for mop-up duty. We felt the game had gotten past Tyrod Taylor, so we put him in for mop-up duty. We figure, okay, we'll start him next week. As far as Tayrod, you start him next week. You know, hey, we just decided to go back to the drawing board. But if Baker Mayfield would have pulled the game out then against the Steelers, then you know what you say? Oh, well, okay. Here we go. Here we go. Apparently the kid was ready. But hey, at least you did give Tayrod a chance. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. And has anybody noticed that Hugh Jackson has become very emotional this year? The past 2 years, he was very stoic on the sidelines. You saw very little emotion out of him. Even when they beat the Chargers his first year on Christmas Eve, he tried to contain his emotions. But ever since Hard Knocks, he's really let his emotions go on his sleeve. I don't know if that's because of the loss of his family members during the summer or the past couple. Well, actually, last month. I don't know if it's because of that or anything. If he's decided to be more vocal and let the a hole in him come out or not, I don't know. Let his proverbial hair down. I don't know. I can't call it, but it was fun to watch him have some fire on that sidelines today. It was fun to watch him have fire during Hard Knocks this summer. So, what are the strengths of this team that we saw? Definitely not the running game. How the hell do you give a backup freaking running back over 100 yards rushing in the third quarter and 2 touchdowns? But you're supposed to be stout against the run. And why the hell are you still running that same formation where you have a safety 25 yards back on third and long? You have better personnel now. You don't have to run that defensive formation anymore. You could have just ran a cover two. What is going? The coaching staff has got to stop falling into familiar patterns that get them beaten. Also, speaking of coaching patterns, Todd Haley, what is with this gimmicky, cutesy little, I'm going to hand it off to the running back on a sweep play against the team that knows your offensive formations? I want y'all to understand something. Last year, when the Pittsburgh Steelers lost to Jacksonville 44-41 in the playoffs, they let go of Todd Haley, but not the defensive coordinator. That defensive coordinator that gave up 44 points to Jacksonville is still the freaking defensive coordinator now. You think he don't know what Todd Haley is calling with an inferior quarterback and a newly formed offensive line? Come on. And I get it. You're trying to run the ball up the gut, but hey, let's get some tackle runs. The strength of your line really is between, I understand it's between your center and both of your guards, but you've got to give your right and left tackle a chance, both of them, a chance to push the ball. You've got to give them a chance to push the ball down the field, all right, with blocks. You've got to do that. And Duke Johnson, you gave Nick Chubb 1 carry and he broke it for a big gain of 9. And then you replaced him with Duke Johnson, who immediately got stuffed on the next play. He was not gassed. Why? Why? You run Duke Johnson out of the shotgun with the wide receiver spread. You spread the defense out. Then you run Duke Johnson because he's good at getting past the first line of defense, the defensive lineman, and making a linebacker or a defensive back miss. That's when you run him. You don't run him from the offset eye, the pro set, the bunch formation. What are you doing? But again, the beauty of it was, excuse me, I am tired. I've been up since 4. The beauty of it was that you didn't lose the game. I don't know how that falls in the annals of history. It's definitely not the 51 to nothing 1989 opener. It's definitely not last year's opener where the Steelers were taking you for granted, because the Steelers did not take the Browns for granted today. If you saw the plays that they were running, where they were throwing the ball downfield, they were taking shots, they used power running game. You understand? Play action passes. The Steelers did not take the Browns for granted today. Roethlisberger threw 4 interceptions today, 3 in the first half. That's one thing I think that the Browns are going to be great at this year as far as defensively, is causing turnovers. When Greg Williams coached the Saints, when they won the Super Bowl, they were tops in the league in turnovers. In fact, and I wish I could matter of fact, I think I can vouch. Well, no, I'm not gonna call him and vouch for that. But I said when the Colts and Saints were going to play in the Super Bowl, I wrote it down. I put it up on the board for everybody at work to know. I said, hey, this game is going to be a shootout. It's going to come down to the Saints defense causing a turnover late in the fourth quarter. And damn if I wasn't right. That's the way that the Browns defense is going to be. Of course, they're going to give up points because they take a lot of chances, but they're going to cause a lot of turnovers and give their offense a lot of opportunities to score. It's just a matter of getting the right field general, aka quarterback, out there and trying to find your niche as a team. Either you're going to be, like I said, a power running game, play action pass type of team, or you're going to be a throw on second and third down, or throw on first and third down, two throws and a run. You're going to be one of the two. You can't try to mix it up in between the drives. You've got to find an identity, and you need to find it by tomorrow, if not tonight. And you definitely need to get ready to make the switch at quarterback. If you're not pumping Baker Mayfield up right now, if you're not putting him up against the first team defense or showing him, hey, this is what you need to expect, then you're wasting your time. Tyrod, excuse me, I just said I'm tired. Tyrod is not going to win you any games. You can't rely on that. Every time the Browns got the ball in the fourth quarter, I asked myself, why is he still in the game? That's just sad. All right. I will see you guys next Sunday. We will go from there. We will talk about this. For those of you who don't know, I'm in the Cleveland Browns for Life group. I will, let me see, matter of fact, here, let me post the link. I will post it here in the chat section. That's where I like to hang out during game day because those guys are pretty cool. And I will see you guys on here next Sunday, right after the game. So, peace out.